Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy David Vance here from DV Awareness. I'm making this video because I've had people ask me how I cope with my auditory ailments. My tinnitus is blaring right now. I got earplugs in. Hard to see. Got my muffs on hand in case any loud cars or anything drive by. I'm on a walk right now and just feel like speaking. So, coping mechanisms. When I first got this in 2018, I had no idea how to cope. Like, I was literally on a public transit bus in Toronto, and I had no idea what was going on with my ears. I thought it was just a never-ending ear infection that wouldn't go away. People were on the bus, teenagers, talking loud, and I got so disgruntled to the point where I just looked at them and I was like, can you guys just be quiet, please? And I didn't want to do that because it's not like me, and I'm usually a kind human being, and people can do what they want to do. It's a free world out here, right? Especially in public. So, coping mechanisms I found afterwards when I figured out what I had, hyperacusis. It took me a while. It took me like a year to be able to find some quiet hobbies, which were and is writing poetry, because I used to be a rapper, graphic designing. I asked someone if they could make a design for me because I was writing a poetry album, and they said that I should probably learn how to do my own designs because they do their own designs. So I self-taught, did it myself, and now I have my own personal business doing it, which is great. There are other quiet hobbies that people can do: knitting, playing video games, gardening if you're able to go outside, meditation, really getting into God and spirituality if you're into that thing. There are a lot of quiet things that people can do, and just Google quiet hobbies: photography, painting, drawing. It's pretty much like we got to reinvent our lives having this, because there's no cure and there's no manageability. And in my 8 years, I have not seen anything come out. So that is how I cope. Number one is God. So if I didn't have God and my spirituality in my life, I probably wouldn't be making this video right now. And I can almost say that as a fact, but I don't know. Also, I've had some people ask me how to organize and get to doctor's appointments the right way, having hyperacusis and tinnitus, especially hyperacusis, because it's very difficult getting there in the waiting rooms, etc. So my whole process, and I've had good experiences, mediocre experiences, and really terrible experiences. So what I have to do is leave the house. Usually I take an Uber to the doctor's office. I don't take public transit anymore because I cannot handle it whatsoever. I'd go absolutely berserk, go crazy on the bus. So I take an Uber to the office. I try to make sure that I go at a time where it's not so busy, but sometimes the office can get busy as I'm there, so it's kind of unpredictable. So anyways, I call before time, or I try to see for myself when a non-busy time would be. For example, like midday during the week, after the morning rush, etc. So I get there, and then sometimes the waiting room is full the HVAC system's going, the cars outside are going, etc. if it's not in a quiet area. So I talk to the receptionist at the desk and I ask if there is a quiet space or a quiet room that I can wait in while I'm waiting for the doctor. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, but at my doctor's office there is. So I wait in a room, and then when it's my turn, they put me in my actual room, and then I wait for the doctor. And I'm wearing my muffs and my earplugs. I'm wearing them all the time anyways, outside. And the air conditioning units in the doctor's office are usually really loud. In mine they are. Even my neurologist, etc. He's at the hospital, so the hospital's guaranteed always loud, no matter what time of day it is. And so I see the doctor, and when I leave, I have to do the same thing, take an Uber back home and get home safe. I have a pharmacy that's in my doctor's office, so I can just get my medications there and then just zip on back home. I've had terrible experiences in the hospital though. We're going up to nurses and being like, hey, I've got hyperacusis. And first off, they're like, I don't even know what that is, they'll say. I'll ask them first, do you know what it is? And they'll say, most workers say no. And then I say, is there a quiet place where I can wait in the hospital or a room until I see the doctor? And they said, oh, it's full up in here. You can wait like down the hall, over here, over there. And I go and I wait down the hall, and I'm sitting there and it's quiet. Then all of a sudden somebody else starts sitting in that spot because they're waiting for a specialist or something. And then you got people talking and then using their cellular devices with their digital audio. And it's just a cluster. And I'm running around trying to maintain myself until I see the doctor. And sometimes I get good nurses and sometimes I get people who are just absolutely rude. And I go up to them and I say, hey, I'm like, I have a disability and can I be bumped up to see the doctor before other people? And it's worked once. Other times it's not worked. So it's kind of trial and error, and it's about how the people are in the medical establishments that you're talking to. But my suggestion would be to just try to find a quiet place while you're waiting. Speak kindly to them. You got to educate them a little bit about what hyperacusis, and they already know what tinnitus is, but they don't know it can get so bad to the point where other noises are making it worse, or it's just bothersome in general. So those are my suggestions. That's my advice for anybody looking for it. Remember, we are better together. So let's stay together and keep helping each other. And if you're spiritual and into God like me, God is number one. That's what has kept me going the longest. So nothing but love. Take care. Peace out. And love y'all.